Hello guys, welcome to Data Warriors channel. This session is about null value, is null and is not null operator. Okay, let's try to understand this with help of practical examples. Okay, first we will talk about what is a null value. So what is a null? When we are inserting data into the table and intentionally not adding value to the one of the column, then it becomes a null. How? That we will try to understand with help of our this practical example. So first click here guys, just refresh this databases and then expand this demo database. Okay, after expanding this demo database, what I understood, I have two tables, department and employee. Okay, so first I will create this table, create table users, which will be having id, column name and then email. Okay, let's create these under demo database. So first we have to select demo database, use demo, we have to make, we have to write use a demo, select it and execute to select our default database. Okay, that we have selected, and then just execute this. Okay, so now just refresh it and see if users table created. Yes. Okay, we have created users empty table. Now first these are the some insert statement, we are going to insert data into it. Okay, so execute this first. We have to execute this. I'm going to execute. Yes. Okay, so what we did guys, basically we created users table with having details id, name and email, users details, and these two rows we inserted. Now we will verify using select star from users. What we will do with help of this, we will read users data from the table. Okay, so this is the data there. There are two users available in the users table, id 1 and 2, and these are the details of the user. So now we are going to add one more user detail, but this time what we are doing, we are inserting data into specific columns. Insert into users id, user id and name, and then values. We are not inserting data into this email column guys. So what I told, when we are inserting data into the table and intentionally not adding value to the one column, then it will becomes the null. Okay, see, execute this insert statement. I will execute this. Okay, after executing, one row affected. Now just try to read the data table. Select star from users. We haven't inserted email for the Akash Kumar and third ID. So what is the email there for third user? That is null. So what is null value guys? So it is not a zero. Null value, it is not a zero. It is a unknown or missing field guys. Null is not a zero or maybe empty string. It is an unknown or missing field that we have to keep in mind. Okay, null is not zero or empty string. Okay, okay, now next thing we are going to see guys, after saying this, what is null and is not null operator. Okay, like if we have to filter the records, we have to see the records where this email column is null guys. Okay, we have to filter out the users whose email is null. So how we can do that? We have to write select star from users. Okay, read all data from users. Then where condition we will write where email equal to null. If I am writing, okay, select star from users where email is equal to null. Does this will work, guys? No, but just execute and see. This will not work, guys. This is not a correct way of doing. Okay, we are not getting any record, right? We have null value in the email field, still we are not getting any records. Why? Because this null values are there in the email field, but those are the unknown or missing field that can contain anything. All nulls won't contain same values, guys, if we are replacing, right? So that's why instead of equal we have to give here is null. So we have to use is null operator to see the users whose email id is null. How we will do? Select star from users where email is null. Then we will get all the users whose email is null. Yes, so we have got this Akash Kumar is a user, his ID is 3 and his email is a null. Yes, and whenever we have to see the users whose profile is complete. Now if we want to find out, see users from users table whose profile is complete. Okay, so see users from user table whose profile is complete means they don't have any value like null values inside the email column or maybe any other columns. So how we can do that? Select star from users where email is, instead of is null what we will use is not null. Okay, so now we are looking for the users whose email is not null. It will be having some values. Just click select and execute this. Yes, correct. So now what we have got? We have got the users whose email is present and profile is complete. So their ID 1 and 2 name Amol Patil. Then another one has having name Rohit K. And these are the email address of those users. Okay. So this way we can use is and is not null operator, guys. And then next thing we have to see, if we have to find out the count of users, how we can do that? Select count of star from users. Right, select count of hashtag from users, just select it and run it. Okay, it ran and it is giving result as 3. There are total 3 records in the users table. Now if I am asking the question in some other way, like find out the users count of users whose email id is present, how we will do? Select count email, count of email from users. So earlier we have got 3, now I am executing. Select count of email specific to the column, it is giving 2. Why, guys? Because this count of column ignores null values. Count of column ignores null values because one null was there in email, and count of asterisk count all records irrespective of if any column is having null value or anything. So this way we have like seen what is a null value, is null, and is not null operator, guys. So basically whenever we are inserting a data into the table and intentionally not adding value to one of the table column, then it becomes the null, and null is not a zero or empty string, it is a unknown or missing value, guys. And these are the some examples we have seen. Thank you, guys, we'll see you in the next session.